What is up, Flick fans, and welcome back to my channel. This weekend I watched Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I'm gonna put this down. Whee! So Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is a movie that is directed by David Yates, a guy that knows the Harry Potter world all too well. He has directed the majority of the movies so far, and this movie stars Eddie Redmayne as Newt Scamander, who is, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, one of the most likable, just down-to-earth, kind of awkward characters that I have seen all year. I love this guy. It also stars a series of other actors that some would consider really big stars, and a cameo by one actor in the movie that I am not going to spoil. You guys are going to be blown away when you see this. Definitely one of the best cameos I've seen all year, but let's go ahead and get into the movie. What is Fantastic Beasts about? Well, basically, without spoilers, this is a movie where Newt Scamander comes over from Hogwarts to America and has to find these beasts that some have escaped and others are from, well, places I don't want to spoil. He encounters friends, he encounters enemies, and this movie, for me, was one of the better, bigger blockbusters of the year. Real quick, I will tell you what I didn't like about the movie, though, and I will probably have more dislikes than some other people, because this movie, for me, as much as I did enjoy it while I was watching it, there was some stuff that just didn't work. There are parts in this movie that slow down to a complete halt, and I mean absolutely nothing is happening. Those scenes for me are just plain boring. I was bored. There were also some editing mistakes that I saw in the movie. There is one scene in particular, and I believe Chris Stuckman hit on this in his review as well. It shows two characters walking towards each other, and as they are approaching, it starts to cut quicker and quicker back and forth, and then all of a sudden you just get cut, 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 cut. And for me, it took me kind of out of the movie. And I know it won't do that for everybody because not everyone pays attention to the editing, but for me, it bothered me. It really did. I will also say this movie kind of had a Return of the Kings vibe to it when I say that this movie had so many endings. It ended, and then it had to wrap up something else, and then we thought it was over, and then it had to wrap up something else, and overall, it took about 25 minutes just to end the entire movie. And I guess that's good. You're trying to wrap up all these storylines, but they could have done it so much quicker, and that comes back to the point that I made a while ago. Parts were just kind of boring. But now let's get into the good stuff. The reason that I'm giving the score to Fantastic Beasts that I'm going to give it is because this movie was directed very, very well. David Yates knows this world. He knows how to do a Harry Potter movie, but the thing I liked about this is it wasn't a Harry Potter movie. This is a film that can stand on its own, and I think it's going to do a good job of spawning this huge franchise, because we know that's what it's going to turn into, and making these potentially 4 to 5 sequels. And like I said at the beginning, I love this guy. Eddie Redmayne is so good, and he's so daggone likable. I just want to see him in more stuff. I like standing because I can flail. I also really like the color scheme in this movie, and I know that's something that most people don't ever talk about, but just the blues and the desaturated colors really work for this kind of darker tone than the Harry Potter movies. And I know I'm saying Harry Potter a lot, but when you're watching a movie that is the spawn from the same universe as Harry Potter, you're just going to compare. Even though I know you shouldn't really compare, you're going to compare, but I do think Fantastic Beasts does kind of hold up against Harry Potter. This is also a movie that I didn't know how to feel about it when I came out of it, but after thinking about it, how great the CGI was, how great the use of effects were, the story was pretty good, and even though it did take a while to wrap up, I did enjoy the ending. There is also a twist in this movie in regards to the villain that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. Definitely caught me off guard. Of course, I'm not the smartest guy, so it doesn't take much. Overall, I'm going to keep this review simple. I will say Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them was a fun movie. Not the best movie I've seen this year, maybe not even in my top 10, but I will say it is one of the better, bigger blockbusters that has a huge budget and is going to make a ton of money, and it's well deserved because this is a very well-directed, well-acted, solid blockbuster film. And I'm going to give Fantastic Beasts a 7.8 out of 10. Couldn't quite get it to 8 for me, but this is definitely something that deserves to be watched in theaters. And trust me, if you guys are Harry Potter fans, you've either already seen it or you're definitely gonna go see it soon. So thank you guys so much for watching. I have a ton of stuff on my channel right now. I've done a lot of reactions and reviews over the last few weeks. Please go watch my Arrival review, Hacksaw Ridge review, Doctor Strange review, all on the channel right now. We've watched some trailers this week. It's been a pretty good week for movies, but I'm expecting a lot more this upcoming week. Gotta keep rolling. You can follow me on the social medias at The Burkinator. It's 3 instead of the E. It's like The Baconator, but it's me. I also have a podcast at PopXCast on iTunes and YouTube. We talk about movies, geeky, nerdy stuff. We have a Luke Cage series review this next week. Please go check that out.
You should do it.
I want to start reviewing movies like this. Hey, it's Warner Brothers. It kind of goes with Harry Potter a little bit. Nope. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you later.
Harry Potter Newt Scamander.
There we go.